Okay, so we're out on another wild camp. We're starting off at Calvert Bridge in Keswick, and we're going to go up and stop on Latrigg. Just going to be a short one today because tomorrow I've got a long walk. So nice little quick easy jaunt up the side of Latrigg, find a little camping spot, and then we'll get something to eat. Welcome to Lost in the Lakes, where you get brews, reviews, but best of all, views. So as you can see, we're going up the lesser known tracks. The usual place is up Spoony Green Lane. This is from Penrith Road, going over Calvert Bridge. We'll take this up here, we'll hit a road, hook a left, hook a right even, and then carry on up and then back into the woods again. So the sun is out, the first time today. I've put my predictions in the weather, put my faith into the weatherman today, and the sun has actually come out. This morning it was absolutely coming down, and now, because the sun's out, it's the first time, all the midges are out as well. So there is a bit of a breeze, so when we get on top of Latrigg, there'll be a nice breeze blowing them away, hopefully. Got a couple of places I can stop. I'm going to go right on top to start with, and I'm going to zigzag my way up, get back onto the normal trail on Spoony Green Lane, and then take it easy just on the way up, and then potentially have a camping spot right on the top, depends how busy it is. If not, we'll drop down to the quiet side. Almost feel overpacked when you go out for one night. You got your food and everything, so I always pack for all eventualities. Got some extra stuff in tonight, and just passing a couple there, and they were like, right, big day out. I'm like, nah, I'm only like literally 1 hour walk and then I'm camping. But anyway, tomorrow when I've got a lighter pack, I've got a bigger day. Taking my son up Catsy Cam. It's always a bit longer when you're taking someone else who's not as experienced and a bit uneasy on his feet. And I say tomorrow, these videos go out flipped, so tomorrow will be yesterday. So the video you saw last night, Friday night, for those who actually follow me, will actually come out. So my Sunday walk comes out on a Friday, and my Saturday night wild camp comes out on a Sunday. I don't know how it's worked like that, but there we go. Getting warm now. I've got this waterproof jacket on. Right, so we're just walking up nice wide path up Latrigg. Put my faith in the weather gods tonight that it's going to be all right, and there's another reason why I'm keeping this short, so I can get up early and get in the tent early, and I'll show you what I've got, what I'll be doing. I love this part of the woods. It's just natural. Hasn't really been, I mean, obviously there's a great big runway all the way through it, but these woods just seem untouched. You know, you've got your big old trees. There's another, that's an oak tree. And again, apart from all that bit, the woods themselves have been untouched. This is part of the management of the trees that they've had to put through, so they can get machinery up and stuff like that. But yeah, and the further you go back that way, the older the trees are and older the woods are. So we're just coming up out of the woods. I love it when this happens. You sort of just walking up and turn around, and then you've got a view like that. One of the best views in the world, I think. Certainly what I've seen anyway. I know it's tempting to camp on top of hills and stuff, but I know this one's quite busy, but I'm just looking at that little point there, wondering whether maybe that's a goer. But I think what we'll do is we'll walk up that way. There is a little path that just takes me just to the top there, and I can have a look, and it's no mean feat doing that and then going back on myself up there. I walked up this way in one of my other videos, and there was certainly none of this around, and it was a few months ago now. Just shows you what nature does, eh? Look, I'm not the slowest on the mountain. There's someone else slower than me. I heard some bad news today. A local legend and a legend in the fell running community, a guy called Joss Naylor. He was 88 and he died today. And he was such a fit guy. He almost set the tone for fell runners today, and still going up into his 80s. When he was 19, and I think 22 as well, he had an operation, and the doctor said he wasn't going to be able to run. I think that spurred him on, and became one of the best fell runners in the world. I've got a list here of some of his fell running achievements. 1971, 61 peaks in 23 hours and 37 minutes. The year after, he did 63 peaks, about 2 minutes faster. And then he did, in 1975, he did 72 peaks, claiming to involve 100 miles, 38,000 feet of climb. And he did that in 23 minutes and 23 hours and 30 minutes. This went on and on. Well, this went on. When he was 50, he completed the Wainwright in 7 days. That's 200 and something odd mountains. Ridiculous. When he was 60, he did 60 mountains in 36 hours. When he was 70, in 2006, he ran 70 fell tops, 50 miles in under 21 hours, 25,000 feet. At 70-year-old, it just shows how much of a legend this guy was. Then when he was 80, he ran from Colbeck to Wasdale. Now, if you know that route, you know how hard it is. He was 80 years old and he ran 50 kilometres in the fells. The guy's a legend. Did have the pleasure in meeting with him. We had a quick chat. It was one of these where someone had ran the Bob Graham in some ridiculous time, and he'd always come out and see them. So I had a little chat with him, and it was nothing much, just you inspire people, you're great, I love what you work, love what you do. And he just seemed like a normal guy. But he's done wonders for the world of fell running and the lakes as well, writing books about what he's done, his achievements, and just the Lake District in general. Right guys, was going to be lazy and stay down here, but we're going to go up. Going to go up over to the top, have a little look over there, and then preferably, I mean, might come back down here, might go over that way, might stay on the top. Right, I was half thinking I was a bit stupid putting this jacket on, getting up over the top here. It's yeah, a little bit chilly in that wind, so I'm actually glad I did put this on. I'm just going to see if I can find a little place that I can kip on. I mean, this is one, but might do a bit later because there's quite a few people up here still. So I'm gonna have a little walk around anyway. Right, so we're gonna go for this spot here. Looks about as level as we're gonna get it. I can see my house from here. Right, I think here is going to be the one. Well, that's the tent done. You know, I'm used to being by myself on this one, but got a few people around here today. But I knew it was going to be quite public anyway, so it is what it is. But look what I get. That's the view I get. And I get to wake up to that as well. Hopefully we're not in the cloud tomorrow. There she is. I've even put a peg in for the door as well, so I'm going to test that out and see what it's like. Just because the wind's pushing kind of into the door, so I don't want it flapping too much. Oh, look how tight it is. I love this tent. Oh, right, we're in. So I'm sitting here in my trekker chair, in my tent, out of the wind. I've swapped my jacket to the Proton, and I'm warming up. Yes, it's amazing what wind chill does. And sitting in a tent and just warming yourself up. It's another little thing I like about this tent, the versatility of what you can do with it. I'm not even sure if this is a thing, but because I've got it pegged down on the bottom there, and I've sort of rolled it back and then extended this toggle, you know, so it clips round, because the wind's coming this way, sort of kind of into the tent, so I was a bit worried about, you know, the air coming around, but it looks like it's like the wind's hitting here, deflecting and coming off, so you can actually pitch your tent almost into the wind and have an open vestibule, which means I get to look at views like that all night. Right, so being productive. I'm in the tent, I've got my iPad. You can see what time it is now. I've been doing some work while I've been looking at views like that. Not a bad little office really, is it? So the thing I've got powering me at the moment is this Goal Zero Venture 75. This has been pretty good so far. It's a chunky old thing and it's heavy, but it really packs out a punch. And yeah, it's the problems I've been having with my little cheap power bank. And this is This is the same power, but it's double the size, which really shows you that I don't think the other one is that power. But this thing's ridiculous. It's powered this up, it's powered my phone and all my stuff I need to do, which is really good. Right, it's gone past 10 o'clock, starting to get dark outside. Still a fair bit of light, but I've closed the tent off because it's windy and cold. Can't believe it's mid-June. Well, it's nearly July and it's still cold out there. We've got some dried food. We've got the real Thermarest. I just need to find it, hang on. Okay, so we've got this real Thermarest, and it's the tikka masala one tonight. I did have some, let me just turn this down a bit. So I did have some dried food that I've made. Now I'm a bit wary about it, so I was gonna, I brought it with me, but I think I'll pass on it tonight, just because I've got a big day tomorrow, so I want to know that I'm gonna have, enough calories to keep me going. Tikka masala, actually quite fancy a tikka masala tonight. Get that steam out a little bit. Throw that in to this cup here. Give that an old stir. Chuck that there. Okay. This is quite hot now. Right, I'll give you a taste review on this real Thermarest, and I'll just do a taste review, and I won't eat the whole thing on camera because yeah, it's not the best viewing at all. But right, well, as far as tikka masalas are concerned, this is really nice. Needs a bit more. Needs left a bit more, but thank God, these real Thermarest and the bee's knees. These things are so much better than everything else. I don't know what they do, but their meat, the meat in these and everything else, the taste is so much nicer. Right, well, I've had that real Thermarest. It's been really nice, and it's now getting late, so it's time to go to bed. We'll see you in the morning. Right, good morning. What time is it? Nearly 5:45, and I haven't looked outside yet. Look, see what we got. So it's not bad. It's dry. It stayed dry all night, actually. Considering the weather we had yesterday, I'm surprised it did, actually. Right, so I'm going to get some breakfast. I've got this. Oh, yeah. Expedition breakfast. Now these were one of the first ones I had as a breakfast. It was quite filling. So I got another one, and we'll try it out again. Compare it to the other ones now. I've got a bit more of a comparison. Okay, so here we are, what we got. I'm just going to warm the water up on this one. Because I believe you can add cold water to this as well. Fairly cool water. Fairly cool water. So I'm going to put warm water in this just to take away the chill of the morning. I'm sure it said, yeah, just add water. I had to say hot water, yeah. Allowed to stand for 8 minutes. I'm going to give that 3 minutes. Right, time for a brew. Right. I haven't even been outside yet. I mean, I went out at like 4 o'clock, but came back in. So I haven't been out properly. So I packed away all the inside stuff. And all that's done. So really I've just got my tent. Put my tablet in last because I don't want it to get crushed. Got my tent bag. And then what I normally do is have a little sweep around before I pack the tent. But I'm just going to, because I haven't been outside, I'm going to go outside and see what it's like when you actually stand up and feel what it's like. Considering this is like July tomorrow. Actually, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Let's have a little gander over here. There's the tent. Everything stayed in. Look at this. Slug trails. Got one on the inside as well. So this guy rope's slackened off. These ones have stayed taut, the wind's been pushing that way. Yeah, not as tight as I would like, but right, let's go over here and have one last look at the view, but I'm always up here. And today kind of marks the anniversary of 4 months of me wild camping. And so it's kind of fitting that I came here, considering Latrigg was my first one. Doesn't look like there's anyone coming up. I did hear a fell runner just before. Got someone walking the dog coming up now, and you can feel the wind now. So where I was semi-exposed, but yeah, it's definitely a cold wind. If you're not walking and sitting down in this wind, it can get quite chilly. There's Cat Bells just over there, if everyone wants to know. Dope, Mortar and Keswick, Borrowdale Valley. Tent's just over there, just see it. Okay, we're going to get back over, get this packed up, and get back down. Right, well, I thought I was recording on that one. Rookie mistake. So, I was explaining how to take this thing down in the wind. So basically, take it down this far and then unhook it. So I've still got it guyed out here, the wind's going that way. So once you take the poles out, it'll flap around a little bit. Rain expected to start in 5 minutes. Oh Christ. It's good to have these alerts. I just looked up and I could see the clouds coming in. Oh, got 5 minutes. Have a look at them clouds there coming in. So that's before, and that's after. They're coming in low and fast. So pig bag. So if it had already been raining, it'd be fine. I just wanted to try and keep that dry. Right, usual stuff. Leave no trace. That's it. Hear that rain coming in. Just see it dropping down there. I think we're in a little gap of light rain. You can just see a heavy rain over there and over there as well. So I'm going to get over the top here, have a look down and see what the best route is. We've got some ways we can come off here. We can go down, straight down by the bench there, or we can go back off that way. So I think all this rain is coming up the valley. It's, I mean, it's no better, but I think it's slightly lighter if we, yeah, so if we go straight down here. The only trouble with this is if it gets too wet, this grass gets a bit slippy, but at the moment it's still dry, and I think we've got a little gap in the rain, so we're going to try and get down off here, or certainly this section here, before the rain actually gets in. It's funny, last week I sort of set off in the rain, and when you're geared up for it, it's fine to go out. But when you get used to it being dry, it had been dry all night, had a dry tent, and you're thinking, oh yeah, great, I'll pack away, everything's nice. And suddenly the rain comes, you're rushing, because you don't want to sit and dry your tent off. Whereas if it's already wet, you sort of go, oh, okay, fair enough, it's wet, that's it. I'm going to try and get off here. I mean, I think the rain's going to lift. It's just, yeah, so it's supposed to be about maybe 2 hours of rain, but it's supposed to get a bit heavier, so better off getting down now and then getting geared up for the next one. But this time we'll have our rain stuff on. Waterproof boots and pants and all that kind of stuff. Like I say, once you're geared up for it, it's fine. It's just getting geared up for it. We get quite windy up Catsy Cam today as well, so potentially it'll be a failed attempt. And I'm going to err on the side of caution when I'm taking my son out, and I think he does anyway. So he might be quite happy if we turn around at some point. So we'll visit the tarn and you know, do a video of what we can really. Like I say, it's all experience. When you're pushing yourself, or you know, taking someone out who's not as experienced, don't always feel you need to get to the top of where you're going. It's all about experience at the end of the day. It's probably sometimes better to call it a day, you know, and come back another time. Like I say, it's all an adventure, and it's not worth pushing. Sometimes it is, you know, when when I took my lad up Fairfield, he was getting a bit scared going up there, and the wind was picking up. It was his second mountain that he's ever done. You know, the wind got up and it was a bit uneasy, but I kind of knew at that point we were nearly there. The wind wasn't going to change, the weather wasn't going to change any worse, and we'd done the worst part, so pushed him on through that, and he was happy about it. You know, if the weather was starting to get worse and he was doing nothing but complaining about it, I would turn around, but I kind of knew that we just had little pushes to do, and the weather got better actually, so coming back down was easier. Right, we're back in the woods. I think we're a bit more shaded now, out of the rain. It's a very light rain actually. I thought I made it out to be torrenting down, but I think because I was expecting a dry morning, I was just kind of rushing to get it all packed away and done before I had to dry my tent when I got back. But yeah, it's 1st of July tomorrow, and I've said this in the last few vlogs, and it's bloody cold. Right, so we've just dropped down to Brundlone Woods, coming out of the rain, and it wasn't too bad actually, that rain. It's still here, but it's passing. But the main thing is we're out of the wind. Still got a bite in the air, considering it's the 1st of July tomorrow. I'm still wearing my winter gear. So, another successful wild camp. I think I've said that about 3 times now, but it was. This has been Lost in the Lakes, and we'll see you in the next one.